And we now see that the president-elect has arrived on stage with House Republicans. So let's listen into that.
It's always nice to win. A lot of good friends in this room. So you know we had like historic kind of numbers, especially for the president, but we won't get into that. But the House did very well, and I think we're responsible for 31, helping you with 31, meaning we could have lost by quite a bit, and we ended up, I guess you'll be 5 up. Are you looking at 5 or 4? 5 or 4, right? Doesn't matter. We get used to 1 for a little while. When you can get used to 1, you can get used to anything. So I just want to thank everybody. You've been incredible. We worked with a lot of you to get you in, and you helped me, and you helped me too. And my numbers were, so they say, the 129 years is the most important election in 129 years. That's pretty good. I said, who is the 129 years? What was that, Doc Ronnie? Who was 129 years ago? I'd never looked, because it started at being 100, and then they upped it to that, but it's a great compliment. We won the majority by 7.1 million. We won, which is great, because Republicans aren't supposed to be winning the majority, Marjorie. You know that, right? And we won that, and we won it every way, all 7 swing states by a lot. And then Michigan was great, couldn't be better, I'll tell you. Michigan was great, and we had a couple of people, almost New Jersey is right, just a few points. It's got them very worried, because they say, well, next time if we go up even a fraction of what we went up, you're going to win New York, you're going to win New Jersey, you're going to win places that weren't winnable. California, too. I think without one speech, without campaigning at all in California, we were lost by 9 points. I mean, 9 points in California.
All right. You are listening there and watching the president-elect of the United States. He's addressing the Republican conference. Uh-oh, the cameraman seems to have I love when that happens, the technical side of television. But the good news, folks, is we've been talking to Nancy Cordes about the significance of the meeting that the president will have later on after this speech to that Republican conference, Nancy. And Nancy's still with us, joining us from the White House. So Nancy, let's talk about what could potentially be on the agenda. Is there anything on the agenda? And more importantly, will cameras be rolling?
So cameras will be rolling much in the way that you just saw at that speech, Vlad. Will be allowed in at the very start of the meeting in the Oval Office. Maybe we'll hear a few remarks from President Biden, President-elect Trump, and then just like you saw there at that speech before the House Republicans will get kicked out, and they will, be able to have a more a more candid conversation without reporters hanging on every word. And we do know a few topics that are on President Biden's agenda, at least. Number one, he wants to stress the importance of a good transition where representatives from the Trump team and the Biden team are able to work hand in hand. So that's a smooth handoff. We also know that he really wants to focus on the wars in Ukraine and in the Middle East, and that President Biden is very keen to lay out his view of how those two conflicts should be handled going forward. Now, there's no expectation here at the Biden White House that he is somehow going to change President Trump's views in that one meeting, but there are some points he wants to get across, particularly when it comes to continuing to provide humanitarian aid and military aid to Ukraine, even after he leaves office. His views on, for example, pushing for a two-state solution between Israel and the Palestinians that he will try to get across in that meeting. Whether he'll make any headway or not, we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll be watching. Nancy Cordes, always great to have you, my friend. Thank you very much.